Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all are very well. I hope the month of October is taking you on well. I hope you're actually taking it on because we need to make money. We need to grow our business. We need to make steps. We need to recruit. We need to develop people. We need to do, we have October, November, December, exactly 3 months to close the year. I know some of us are on this call and probably we are slightly behind our goals and targets. So really, we need to see how to wrap up the year in the final quarter of the year. Final quarter of the year. When the year was starting, most of us set goals, we set dreams, we wrote down, we set targets, we did all that every successful distributor is actually supposed to be doing. So I read, I think, no, this is actually reading, Evelyn Morema posted a video on our WhatsApp groups, and the message was, in these final 3 months, you can actually strategize, you can actually be able to achieve all the targets and goals that you had actually set just in these final 3 months. So while some are going to give up because the year is ending and start preparing for next year, there are some of us who will say, no, this year must not end without me taking off some goals and targets that I had actually set for the year. So I do not know what is on your mind. I do not know what what you're planning to do. I don't know what is inside you, but we have two options here. To either say that this year must not end, not until I have achieved something, not until I am able to celebrate something. Or you can choose to give up. But trust me personally, I am one of those people who are saying, no, this year must not end. I must do something. I need to say something that I've been able to do in 2025. So you are on this call. There is a running 3 months down the road. I know there are some people on this call who will be directors by the end of the year. I know there are some people on this call that have made a decision and said that this year must not end, not until I have been able to become an executive manager, a senior manager. This year must not end, not until I've become a director. This year must not end, not until I become an emerald director or I make a step to the world team. So are you that kind of distributor who says this year must end with me? There must be something to celebrate. So on this call, I know we are going to have some directors. We are going to have executive managers with stable businesses. By the way, a very stable, solid executive manager will actually walk out with an average of 800,000 to 1.8 million shillings. And I mean that executive manager is an executive manager who has built a stable business, has been able to sponsor quite a number of people. Remember, in our business building system, we are working with 6 legs. 6 business builder legs. So you're in this call and you want to have a great business. 6 legs is actually a very, very good structure to work with it. If you are an executive manager with 6 legs, your commission will be an average of 1.2 million shillings a month. If you are a director with 6 legs, you are that director that will even work out with 3.5 million shillings a month. So 6 legs is actually in our business building strategy, in our business building structure system. 6 legs is what we are advocating for. 6 legs is what we say we work with. So today, I wanted us to look at prospecting. How do we prospect? Prospecting is one of the most important skills that every business leader needs to acquire. Prospecting, presenting, and follow-up. Those are the 3 key elements that will help you to actually be able to sponsor people into the business, that will be able to help you to have customers into this business. Prospect, present, and follow up. Let's start with prospecting. What is the meaning of prospecting? Prospecting is where you are able to meet someone either physically or on online, or from a WhatsApp group, or from Instagram, or from Facebook, and you are able to build that rapport. You're able to build that kind of conversation flowing, get it flowing, and then you're able to convert them into a friend. And then you're able to convert to get them to come and have a look at your business. And then you're able to have them as a customer. That is prospecting. That is prospecting. It's one of the most important skills that we as business builders must acquire. Prospecting. So how do we prospect? Now, there are quite a number of things that we need to consider when we are prospecting. First and foremost, image. We need to improve our image, both physically and online. Because every single time you walk out of the house, looking decent, looking great, you are actually getting people to be attracted to you. So when you're looking good, you are attracting people. When you're not looking good, then you are repelling people from you. So when you're looking at prospecting and getting to attract people into your business, you need to look good. People should want to associate with you. And when we talk about image, we are covering so many things. We are not only looking at how you dress, but we are also looking at how you present yourself. We're also looking at that. You're looking at how you present yourself. How do you say hello to people? Your level of confidence. How do you greet people? How do you present yourself? How do you tell people what you do so that you can be able to ask for that number? What kind of bag are you holding? What kind of folder are you holding? What kind of briefcase are you holding? We need to really work on our image so that we are able to attract people. How do you look? How do you smell? And then how do you present yourself every single time you have an opportunity to present yourself? How do you do it? I'll give you an example. Today I met a fellow parent at Kampala Parents, and said, "Hi, how are you? You must be the Lion Kings." I said, "Yes, I am. How are you? What is your name?" "My name is Ruth." "Ah, Ruth, nice meeting you. You're one of the best mobilizers. I really, really what you're doing with the parents to see that we improve the performances of our students." And she was very, very happy because of that compliment. And then I told, "By the way, I have been wanting to give you a call so that I can speak to you about what I do. I am into nutrition. My job is to actually wake up every day to teach people like you how to eat well so that you can stay healthy for longer. My job is to teach people like you how you can prevent chronic diseases like diabetes, pressure, cancer, etc." I said, "Oh, wow, that sounds good. We should actually meet. You have my number. I have your number. Give me a call next week. Let's see how we can actually meet and we talk about this." That is how I actually invited her. That is how I presented myself. But then also it comes from the fact, how have I been presenting myself over social media? Guys, every single time we post information on social media, we are actually building something. Every single time you're posting, you are actually you're building yourself, you're building your brand, you're branding yourself. And that's why I always love telling people, whatever you post out there, whatever you put out there, it is actually whatever you put out there is representing you. So how are you representing yourself? How are you representing your business on social media? Your image via social media is very, very key to your success in the social media business. I sometimes see people posting things, and then I'm like, wait a minute. How does you are into you are into a business, you're building your network, you're building your audience. How dare you post something like this? So this lady has been watching my posts. She's been watching my posts. She's been following me up. She's been reading. So that when I approached her, she was like, "I've actually been following you. I like what you post. Indeed, we need to meet so that we can discuss about this." So how are you presenting yourself via social media? And then I met another teacher. And then he's like, "Oh, Daddy Austin, how are you? Nice to see you. One thing I like about you, you are always dressed on point. You're always very smart." I'm like, interesting. Thank you. By the way, why don't we meet one of these days? I know right now we are under pressure for peace for the PLE, but why don't we meet after the PLE is done? I like to share with you an opportunity that you can do. I like to share with you a business opportunity that you can do part-time for extra income. So sure. No, why not? Why not? I would really, really love that. Now, first, this teacher has been attracted to me because of how I look, how I am always dressed on point. And then when I told her, I like us to meet and discuss about a business concept where you can work with us part-time for extra income. Of course, the answer was obvious. Why? Because he has been seeing me. I'm always dressed on point. Probably, maybe he wishes to be like me. That's my assumption. But the fact that he said yes, that means he's been following me and has been attracted to the way how I present myself. So image is very key. And then when some image is key, and then when someone gives you an opportunity to speak to them, how are you going to, what kind of words are you going to use to present? Well, initially, before I used to present myself, hello, my name is MUHUMUZA-UG. I work with New Life International. We have these products, these products, these products. Before I finish, yeah. I know those things. I know those things. Yeah. I actually used to be part of those things, you know. So we need to learn how to package ourselves. I got a farmer from one of the farmers groups. I mean, they've been posting. They really are serious farmers. So I gave them a call. I say, hello, Mr. James. How are you? My name is MUHUMUZA-UG. I always communicate as Lion Kings International. So like, yeah. You are the super grow guy. Yes, of course. I am the super grow guy. So I wanted us to, the purpose of this call is I wanted to know whether you are based in Kampala so that I can be able to meet you in person so that we can discuss on how we can be able to better your agricultural projects through our services. Because we spend time teaching farmers on how they can be able to improve their projects and how they can be able to double their yields and solve all the challenges they always go through. Actually, my office is on Parliamentary Avenue. We should actually meet. Can we meet next week? So again, I have been packaging my information and myself well via social media. He's been following me, and now I am giving him a call. But even when I give him a call, the way how I am packaging my information is very attractive. So how do you package your information when on social media? How do you package your information when you are making a phone call? How are you packaging your information when someone gives you a chance to listen to them? How? I often meet people at Inter-Service Tower via the lift. And every time I'm going up on the lift, I'm like, hi, how are you? Wait a minute. You're dressed like a lawyer. Are you a lawyer? Ah, which lawyer? Which law firm? What level? Interesting. Lawyer, I really respect lawyers. And by the way, I think one of these days, you need to take off 30 minutes so that you can come to level 6 and we have a chat. We help people to build part-time businesses for extra income. So is it something you'd be interested in? By the way, here's my number. Let me also have your number. Maybe we can actually meet sometime next week and we talk about it. Interesting. So, and I have done this over and over again. And then now, I package myself differently. When I am prospecting someone for, healthcare products, I'd be like, how are you? Either one of these days, why don't we meet and speak about nutrition? We are a company that is into nutrition since 1958. And our job is to basically teach people like you how to eat because we realize you don't eat well. You don't know how to eat actually. And because you don't know how to eat, that's how today, from the age of 40 and above, out of every 10 people you speak to, 10 of them, 8 of them are sick. They either have diabetes, pressure, cancer, and all that. So we need to meet and we talk about this. And I'm telling you, with this kind of approach, no one says yes, not to me. But then I have gotten to learn this out of experience, that every single time you are going to look like a salesperson, every single time you look like a salesperson, people hate salespeople. People don't like to deal. So every single time you come to me and you present yourself like you want to sell to me a product, I am going to put a wall. And I am not even going to listen to your information. But every single time I look like a consultant in the field of business, I look like a consultant in the field of agriculture, every single time I package myself and I look like a consultant in the field of health, people always want to give me their audience. People always want to hear what I'm talking about. And of course, it is also accompanied with my image, how I dress. I don't dress like a salesperson. I don't dress. I don't present myself like someone who no, 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 no. So we are in a business of attracting people to us. So we need to see, how do we attract people over social media? How do we attract people to us physically? How do we attract people to us? That is what we should all be doing. And once we do this, we are going to be in business. We are going to recruit people into business. And then we need to be good at relationship building. We need to be good at relationship building. We need to learn how to smile. We need to learn how to greet people. We need to learn how to, to put a smile on people's faces. Prospecting. Prospecting. I remember when I was just starting out, I just said, is it okay for me to have your number? And then, no, sir, no, thank you. But then coming to how you have packaged yourself, people will want to give you their numbers. So you see, as we build our business, every single day, you need to be in the habit of meeting new people. Every single day, you need to be creating new friends. Every single day, you need to broaden your network of people, because your network is your net worth. So you need to be growing your audience of people who know you by face, physically. You need to be growing your audience through on social media, because the bigger the network, the bigger the customers, the bigger the number of distributors joining your team. The other time I met someone very fast, were up the lift and they were going to level 1. And then I was like, hello, how are you? My name is Justus. I think I've seen you quite a number of times here. I need to get your number because I want to give you a call, make an appointment with you so that we can talk about what I do. I help people like you to build part-time businesses for extra income. I help people like you. I work with people who want to live a longer and healthier life. I do that through nutrition. So give me your number. Let me make an appointment with you. Let me speak to you about nutrition. Let me teach you how to eat so that you can live longer and healthier. Presenting, prospecting. Here's another way of prospecting. You have your friend called James. Give him a call or send him a message. Hi, James, how are you? I am actually working with farmers. Part of what I do, I work with farmers. I help them to overcome challenges they meet in their farming projects. I help them to increase their yields. Is it okay if you can recommend 10 farmers to me? Can you share with me their contacts? Prospecting, that is asking for referrals. Write a good message and send it to all your friends. The other time I wrote a message and I was looking for sales representatives and I sent it to my contacts. And out of that message that I sent to my contacts looking for sales representatives, guess what? I got people who contacted me who said, oh my goodness, I have my son. He finished university. It's now 3 years, nothing to do, no job. Could you please help me and consider them? I said, please, why not? Send them over. I'll take them through the interview, and if they qualify, I will work with them. And people came through. Right now, I have someone who now actually is at office, working, looking for customers, and I'm telling you, they are doing quite well. Yesterday, I made them to come up a list of names, and they wrote 600 names. Right now, we are now learning on how do we get these 600 names into customers and distributors. Ask for referrals. People have relatives that are seated there with nothing to do, and we have something to do. You see, at the end of the day, all this that we are talking about, you have to fully go through all these options. Whatever idea that comes to your mind, be open-minded, do it. At the end of the day, even if I go through 1,000 people to get 2 distribute business builders, only 2 of them, it is worth it. So even if you sent out these messages asking for 10 referrals, and out of all your contacts, you only get 2 people coming through and they sign up and they start building the business with you, it is worth it. So all your ears needs to be on the ground all the time. Get it done and move on. Be open-minded and try out everything that comes. And then whatever works, move on with it. Because also, you see, one thing I've also come to learn, the way you approach me is different from the way you approach Mr. Winifred. It's different from the way you approach Mr. Ngabo Fred. Completely different. So whereas someone else may be attracted to your business because they've seen that in your business, there are travel opportunities. Someone else is going to be interested in your business because there are health benefits. Someone else is going to be interested in your business because there are financial benefits. So that's why we have to try out all different approaches. Hi, how are you? My name is Justus. I actually help people to travel the world for lifestyle. Do you love traveling? Let me get your number. Let's meet. Let's talk about how you can travel, how you can have fully paid for holidays every single year. There are some people who have come through that way. So you need to practice so that you're very well versed with all these ways of approaching, because we cannot approach people the same way. Someone cannot be there and they look like they want to die tomorrow, and now you're telling them, if I showed you a business you can do part-time for part-time income or for extra income, would you be interested? The guy is scared. He's almost like dying tomorrow. So you have to approach them differently. If you are approaching a student's problems is money. Tell them, look, if I showed you a business that you can do for 2 to 3 hours every day, you work as you study, and in the next 4 to 12 months, you're earning in excess of 2.5 million shillings, would you be interested? Every student will say, of course, yes, I want to. So the way you approach a student is different from the way you approach someone who has just started working. It's also different from the way how you approach someone who has been working for a long time. It's also different from the way you approach someone who is 60, 70, 80. But then have it in mind that 95% of Uganda's problems rotates around money. So you need to show people, you need to ask people the magic question. If I showed you a business concept that you can do part-time for extra income, would you be interested? And this opportunity comes with health benefits. It also comes with travel benefits. Ask this question 10 times every day and do it with consistency. Persevere. You'll get 1 to 3 people who will say yes. And then you need to practice it over and over and over and over again so that you become top-notch. There are some of you who are going to approach people, and because the response is not good, you give up. There are those who are going to continue, and then they will continue. Hello, how are you? My name is Justus. If I showed you a business concept that you can do part-time for extra income, for an extra 2.5 million shillings every month, would you be interested? This opportunity comes with health benefits. It also comes with travel benefits. Would you be interested? My goodness. Out of 10 people, you will have 8 saying yes, or 10 out of 10. They will come through, and then you'll be in business. Approach. And then we also need to learn how to present to people. How do we present? Every single time we are posting, I always see Dennis posting videos on WhatsApp, videos that help to what do I say? They trigger someone's thinking. So every single time we are putting things on our statuses, we are actually presenting our business. We are presenting our products. We are presenting what we do. And sometimes because we over-present, people hit our inboxes. Do you have this? Do you have this? Can I work with you? I had a job. I ran out of contract. Do you have space to work with me? So guys, let's learn this. Prospect